a couple others who I know are going to be out. Like Dylan won't be back till next week, so we're recording all this, and it's all going up on YouTube eventually. All right. Volunteer to read number 1, please. In the back. Go ahead, Chris.
Always be sure the plane and plane are adjusted properly. Both of these should be adjusted within the
All right. So we're always going to be sure the, can you guess what this part is? What's it called? This is a tool rest. So the tool rest is your first blank there. Then we have the spark deflector here. So we have the tool rest and the spark deflector. How close should those be adjusted, you think? Pretty darn close, but we're going to say 1/8 of an inch. 1/8 of an inch. Did I say anything about the guard though, guys? No. In general, we're going to leave that right where it's at. I hate saying this, but usually these don't really do a whole lot. That little plastic guard. The most important part is having that and this adjusted correctly. It exposes much, much less of the wheel. The tool rest is the most important part to have adjusted correctly. All right, think of it as kind of like the car. Airbag or your seatbelt is kind of a last resort, isn't it? Doing things smart, not being a dummy driving down the street, doing 80 miles an hour down Route 20, right? We don't want to do that kind of thing. All right, Chris, pick someone for number 2, please.
You will need to periodically dip your piece in the oil to avoid overheating.
Some places do use oil. We are going to use water, though. Oil gets really, really messy. What do you think's in that cup right there?
Water.
Water. Pick someone, please, Andrew.
Hunter. Wait, no, he's already recording. You.
Sam.
You should never wear blank when operating the bench ground.
Nylon.
That's a given. That's in the lab period. We don't really want to do that. Gloves. You will never wear gloves on this machine. Any guesses why?
The part is getting too hot, you wouldn't be able to feel it.
That could be one thing. Not quite what I'm looking for. Any other guesses? Exactly. All right. I would rather get a scrape on my fingers or hands versus having that glove get wrapped up in there and my whole hand sucked in there, right, guys? We don't want that. So gloves are never, never, never worn on the grinder. In general, you don't ever wear gloves with machines. All right. Most of the times when we're wearing gloves in here, we're doing it because of heat. Not very big, fast-moving parts, that kind of thing. All right. Next one, please.
Okay.
Small parts should be held with blank and blank type of pliers. Needle nose.
Vice grips.
Vice grip. Vice grip is a brand name actually. What they are, we have a couple different types around here. If we're using round material, like I'm going to show you today, how well do you think the flat ones are going to work?
Oh, wow.
Probably not as well. We have these other ones that are more like your regular traditional type of pliers you've probably seen at home that have a little contour into the grooves, into the jaws here. It's going to grip your piece better. But what these do, we can adjust with the little thumb screw here, and they lock onto your piece. So you don't have to worry about making sure that those stay tight. It stays tight for you, all right? So if you really don't like your hands being real close to the wheel, you could be using your vice grips right there, and you're really far away. All right, next one, please. Number 5.
Projects made of blanks should never be ground. This will appear to be a shiny blank in color.
We have 2 types of material we're going to see in here.
Iron.
Aluminum.
Aluminum. Aluminum is what we're not going to be grinding. So, for example here, this little part, that's aluminum, all right? Versus, what's this?
Steel.
Steel. What's the big difference?
One's more malleable.
Real shiny. This one is, yeah, stronger. You can't shape steel more than you can aluminum. Aluminum's real soft. It's almost kind of gummy when we were talking about metals. All right.
Wait, what's the second one?
It'll be shiny. What?
Silver.
Silver, chrome, something like that, right? Next one, number 6. Pixel, Sean.
Name.
The wheel on the blank is the courser stone.
Good.
Which one? Looking at them.
Left one.
Right.
Oh, the right one.
The right.
Oh, it's on left.
Which one's that? Which one's that? Left or right?
Left.
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 Wheel on the left is the courser stone.
How long is our safety test going to be if this is the packet?
Most of the machines are like maybe 5 questions. It doesn't take long.
There's like 4
So we don't have
tests.
an entire test over the entire packet.
Right.
There's many
You
tests.
yeah, you'll have a bunch of different tests. Next one. Number 7. Who's up?
Oh, Mateo, wherever it is. Mateo.
Be careful when using the wheel on the right so that you do not hit the blank button.
Stop.
The emergency stop button. All right. That brings up a good point. There's a couple more of those things around the room. Where are they at?
It's like in each corner.
Next to the machines.
Where?
Way over there by the bathroom. See the great big white sign with the red letters above it?
Emergency.
Uh-huh. There's actually another one that is not labeled right below the Carpe Diem sign over there. And then that's it for the emergency shutoffs. Where are the fire extinguishers in this room?
One right there.
One by the door.
Right next to the door.
Right next to the door, or our back door there. There's also a fire alarm there.
And then one right there next to the.
One right over by the stereo. All right, let's say, God forbid, we did have an accident happening in here, and we used up both of those fire extinguishers. Where can we find another one? Right out in the hall, guys. There's a little metal box right by each of these doors. In fact, if you look next time you walk down the hall in the school, it's like every so many feet in a public building you have to have a fire extinguisher. That's what those metal boxes are all around. And last thing, again, back by that back door there. What's in that red pouch? Fire blanket. Yeah.
Yeah, that armor as well.
All right. Questions before I demonstrate? Okay. What I have here is a piece of steel. And what do we call that little kind of flaky looking part sitting on top?
A jagged edge.
It is a jagged edge. Better, more specific name for it.
Extra material.
Who's ever gone walking through the woods like in the fall?
A thorn.
These things get stuck to your pants or get stuck in your dog. What do you call those little spiky things? Burrs. So we have a burr on this. So we need to get rid of those. We do not want to have burrs on there. When I'm actually grinding on this, I'm going to keep my left hand here kind of as a guide. And I'm going to work across the wheel, rotating the piece as I go. All right? When I'm actually cutting or doing this, or when you are, I should say, you're going to stand right in front of it so you can see what's going on. I'm going to stand kind of off to the side here so you guys can see what I'm doing. All right? Again, you're going to have sparks. You're going to have some that are coming down toward you. Not the end of the world. Most of them are going to go shoot right out the back here. That's what all that gritty stuff down on the floor is. So that's little pieces of steel mixed in with chunks of stone. All right? Who's afraid of a sparkler in here? There's always somebody. There's always somebody, Ryan, that is afraid. Don't worry.
Kind
All right.
I was at first, but I used
Do sparklers hurt though, guys?
Yes.
Not really.
They just kind of like.
They burn a little.
Welding sparks.
It's like touching the stove.
Sparklers, like you little
Well,
ones.
Once
your
you
mom
hold
did.
them, if you touch the sparks.
You know,
Yeah, if it hits your
Alright.
hair, it hurts.
I've got a
Yeah.
little
All about
story.
sparklers.
It's very short.
Yeah, welding,
Okay.
welding, just
I
hit
was
me
at a
up.
birthday party,
like oil sparks.
and they had like this sparklers letter on them,
Mhm.
and like 10 minutes later, I'm just like, oh, I should touch that. So then I touch it, I got like a little callus on my hand that it really burned, and it was like 10 minutes after it cooled down or stopped sparking, and just like.
Yep. So, in general, guys, your parents give those to you when you're like a little guy, like 3, 4, 5 years old, right?
They're
If
safe.
your parents trust you with those then, I think it's not going to hurt you, all right? So, we keep our material nice and lubricated, the water here and cooled. And again, I'm going to be working. My left hand is guiding with the thumb. And I'm going to work across it. All right? We're just looking to get rid of that burr. So, you want to see it just like that. No burrs on the end of that now. We're going to get both ends of your piece though. So again, right here. There we go. That's it. That's all we need to demonstrate for right now. We will come back to the grinder. This is kind of one of those machines that we keep going back to. Questions? All right, cool. Let's head over here by the forge, please. You can stop the video right now.